Hello Ratbags, it's Jade. Welcome to a next gen news video. Today focusing on Assassin's Creed and its after launch plans, season pass content, what's exactly going to be going down, how you can enjoy some free content as well as what is in the season pass. It looks pretty good. We're going to Ireland, we're going to be returning to Paris, and we're also going to be facing a mythological monster in Beowulf. Lots to go over. Let's go. Don't forget to like, subscribe for the best next gen and survival games news. It's next gen. Let's go. So the newest video that's gone live on the Ubisoft YouTube page lists the details, and we're going to start off with The Legend of Beowulf, a free mission on launch day available on all platforms if you own the season pass. This is going to pretty much task you looking for the fabled Beowulf that leaves his victims covered in mould and grassy substance. It looks pretty meaty, looks pretty interesting, and then we've got some info about the seasonal content that's going to be coming in. The first drop is going to be later on this year, adding a winter theme. Then there's going to be 3 more of these drops throughout the rest of 2021. So it's going to kick off with the Yule Festival. You're going to have a brand new settlement area, and you will have a new game mode, the River Raids. Now this is obviously part of Valhalla's core mechanic. This is going to give you a brand new and highly replayable raid experience according to the blurb. They're also going to have additions of ranks for Jomsviking, so pretty much your lieutenants, which other players can use in their games, in their raids. That's the deal with that situation. If you don't know, when you create a lieutenant or when you get hold of one, you'll be able to use that player or that Jomsviking in your games. They'll be able to earn XP and they'll be able to rank up. So the higher the rank of the lieutenant, the more silver players will earn when recruited by other players. So it sounds pretty cool. New bit of meta added to it. And this is just season 1. Subsequent seasons are going to come up with new player skills and abilities, weapons and gear, and cosmetic items for the settlement, longship, horse and raven. So that's pretty interesting stuff. I don't think I've seen such a comprehensive planning of content, free and paid, from an Ubisoft game before. Come close to it maybe with sort of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but this is really detailing a lot of content early on. Season 2 is going to be available for players from March 2021 onwards, and it will include more of the same sort of free content, a new combat orientated game mode, so maybe not exactly the same Viking, a Jomsviking update, more cosmetic gear, more seasons, festivals and brand new items. Season 3 will be revealed at a much later date, but definitely it says here Season 2 isn't the only content coming in 2021. So obviously the free content drop 4, I'm guessing, will be at some point in winter or fall 2021. And maybe almost a given, but Discovery Tour will be returning at some point in 2021. Pretty much you can play the game without any combat, just explore the landscapes, get educational tidbits that pop up while you explore the lands of England, Jotunheim and possibly elsewhere. So that's all the free content taken care of. Now let's look at the actual proper DLC. Wrath of the Druids. We're going to be going to Ireland and Dublin. The universe of Assassin's Creed Valhalla is expanding. We already know we're going to be going to fantastical places in Midgard possibly, as well as North America. Now we're going to Ireland, and now we're going to also be going to Paris. But first, Wrath of the Druids. We're going to be going up against the natural people, inhabitants of Ireland. It's going to be much more fantastical, more Celtic influences, and we will be trying to affect trade in Dublin. Dublin's going to be a bustling city port that we can go and explore. We're going to try and gain influence among the kings, fighting this druidic cult, and it seems pretty good, and this is all going to be launching in spring 2021. Next up though, in summer 2021, we're going back to France, literally Francia, the siege of Paris, and fighting King Fat, or Charles the Fat I should say. Pretty much looks like a huge massive raid, but it seems like there's going to be a little bit more content to it than just that. Lots of secrets. It's definitely going to be a prolonged siege, so I'm guessing we're going to have to soften up defences all around the city before making maybe the main assault. Sounds interesting. We're going to be travelling up the River Seine as well, so all sorts of good stuff there. Now in historical terms, apparently he ruled over much of France, him and his family, various different cousins, and he pretty much brokered a deal with Viking raiders twice to pretty much try and spare Paris, but ultimately this did lead to his downfall. So whether or not the Vikings betrayed him or whether or not he does something in the game, that means we don't honour whatever it is, I'm not too sure. But it doesn't look like in history we were the real downfall of him. Turns out it's his nephew, his evil nephew. Always them. Watch them, guys. Watch them nephews of yours. And apparently in French history, it never got reunited, the lands of France, until Napoleon came about. So I don't know if I should admit this or not, but I've never actually completed any of the DLCs from Assassin's Creed Origins. The game was just big and bloated enough for me that I could never get a chance to visit any of them. But this I am actually really super excited about going. Seems even more adding to it. I mean, we've literally got the British Isles now, 4 kingdoms, as well as going over to Ireland. We've seen that we're going to North America, as I said at the start of the video, whether or not it'll be like a dream-like, only one little sequence, but it's something. We're going to be going obviously parts of Norway as well, and of course some fantasy elements where we will be returning to some of them Viking mythological places as well. So really cool stuff, really down for this. I'm going to give you guys all the information you need to know about Assassin's Creed Valhalla all the way up until launch right now, and definitely pretty much going to be a Ubi homeboy this coming generation. So make sure you liked, make sure you're subscribed, keep up to date for everything to do with survival news as well, and I'll see you right back for another video very soon.